Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most perplexing mysteries that has captivated the public's imagination for decades, the Tamam Shud case. This case is also known as the Somerton Man mystery. Why has it garnered so much attention, you ask? Well, it's a tale filled with cryptic clues, a mysterious scrap of paper, and a man whose identity remained a puzzle for over 70 years. The case is named after a Persian phrase Tamam Shud, which means it is finished, found in the man's pocket. This phrase was torn from a page of the Unveiled of Omar Khayyam, a 12th century poetry book. The case has everything: a mysterious death, unidentified individuals, and clues that seem to raise more questions than answers. So, buckle up as we unravel this intricate web of mystery. So, let's set the scene. It's December 1st, 1948, a warm summer day in Adelaide, Australia. A jockey named John Lyons and two of his friends are taking a leisurely stroll along Somerton Beach. As they walk, they notice a man lying against a sea wall, his head resting on a rolled-up coat. At first glance, they assume he's just another beachgoer enjoying the sun. But something feels off. The man is unusually well-dressed for a day at the beach, wearing a suit and polished shoes. No beach gear, no towel, just a man in a suit. It wasn't until the next morning that authorities were alerted. The man was dead, and there was no identification on him, no wallet, no ID, nothing. What they did find were a pack of cigarettes, a used bus ticket, and an unused train ticket. The labels had been removed from his clothing, and his pockets were empty except for the aforementioned items. It was as if someone had deliberately tried to erase any trace of his identity. The body was in excellent physical condition, almost as if he were a trained athlete, but there were no signs of struggle or violence. This discovery set off a whirlwind of questions. Who was this man? How did he die? And why was he at Somerton Beach? And that, my friends, is where our story truly begins. The discovery of the body was just the tip of the iceberg in a case that would go on to baffle investigators and armchair detectives alike for decades. But before we dive into the theories and speculations, let's take a closer look at the mysterious clues left behind. Are you ready for the next part? Alright, so we've got a body, no ID, and a whole lot of questions. But here's where things take a turn for the truly bizarre. During the autopsy, authorities discovered a hidden pocket sewn into the waistband of the man's pants. Inside that pocket was a tiny rolled-up piece of paper with the words Tamam Shud printed on it. For those of you who don't know, Tamam Shud is a Persian phrase that translates to ended or finished. Talk about cryptic, right? This wasn't just a random note, either. It was torn from the final page of a book of Persian poetry called the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what? It's just a piece of paper. But hold on, because this note would become the linchpin in the entire investigation. It was as if this piece of paper was a clue deliberately left behind, a message from either the deceased or perhaps even his killer. The discovery of the Tamam Shud note led to a nationwide search for the book from which it was torn. And guess what? They found it in the glove compartment of an unlocked car parked near the crime scene. Inside the book were some indentations resembling a code and a phone number. But despite extensive efforts, the code has never been cracked, and the phone number led to a dead end. So, we've got a dead man, a mysterious note, and a book of poetry with an uncracked code. Are you intrigued yet? Because up next, we're going to delve into the various theories that have been proposed over the years. So, we've got this body, right? A man lying on the beach, well-dressed but with no identification. You'd think in today's age of advanced forensics and DNA technology, identifying him would be a piece of cake. But here's the kicker: despite exhaustive efforts, the man remains unidentified to this day. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about a case that's over 70 years old. And we still don't know who this guy is. Initially, authorities were optimistic. They took fingerprints, dental records, and even circulated his composite sketch nationally and internationally. But no dice, no matches in any database, and not a single person came forward to identify him. It's as if this man never existed before he was found on that beach. And it's not like they didn't try everything. They consulted with dentists, forensic experts, and even enlisted the help of the public through media appeals. They examined the labels on his clothing, hoping to trace them back to a specific location, but all the tags had been removed. It's like he, or someone, went to great lengths to make sure he couldn't be identified. The failure to identify the man has been a significant roadblock in the investigation. Without a name, it's nearly impossible to dig into his background, his relationships, or any potential motives for why he ended up dead on that beach. And let's not forget, this isn't just a mystery, it's a tragedy. Somewhere out there, someone lost a son, a friend, maybe even a husband, and they probably don't even know it. In a twist that added another layer of complexity to this already perplexing case, a car was found near the crime scene. While it's not explicitly mentioned in every account of the case, some sources indicate that a vehicle was discovered in proximity to where the Somerton man's body was found. The car's presence raised several questions. Was it the deceased man's? Was it used to transport him to the location? Or was it entirely unrelated? The car's discovery led investigators down various avenues, but ultimately, it didn't provide the answers they were desperately seeking. It became another piece in the puzzle that is the Tamam Shud case, a puzzle that remains incomplete to this day. The car's relevance to the case is still a subject of debate among investigators and armchair detectives alike. It's one of those details that, while potentially significant, has yet to yield any concrete leads, and so it remains another enigmatic element in a case filled with them. The autopsy report for the Tamam Shud case is another layer of mystery that adds to the enigma surrounding this case. The cause of death was inconclusive, according to the autopsy. No signs of struggle or immediate cause of death were evident, making it even more baffling for investigators. This lack of concrete evidence in the autopsy report has led to various theories about how the man might have died, ranging from poisoning to more sinister methods. But none of these theories have been proven, leaving us with more questions than answers. The inconclusive nature of the autopsy report has been a significant obstacle in solving this case. It has left room for speculation and various theories, but no definitive answers. This has made the Tamam Shud case one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries in history. The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam is a collection of poems that were originally penned by Omar Khayyam, a Persian poet, astronomer, philosopher, and mathematician from the 12th century. The poems were translated into English from Persian by Victorian writer Edward Fitzgerald in 1859. This book plays a significant role in the Tamam Shud case, adding another layer of mystery to an already perplexing situation. The connection between the Rubaiyat and the Tamam Shud case is intriguing. The phrase Tamam Shud, which means is over or is finished in Persian, was found on a scrap of paper in a hidden pocket of the unidentified man's trousers. This phrase is a direct reference to the last words in the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. The book itself was later discovered in the glove compartment of an unlocked car parked near the crime scene. Inside the book, investigators found a secret compartment that contained a series of letters, which appeared to be some sort of code or cipher. Despite numerous attempts, the code has never been deciphered, and its meaning remains unknown. The Rubaiyat's presence near the crime scene and its direct link to the scrap of paper found on the unidentified man make it a crucial piece of evidence. It has led investigators and amateur sleuths alike to speculate on its significance. Was it a clue left intentionally, or merely a bizarre coincidence? The book's role in this case has puzzled investigators for decades and continues to be a subject of ongoing research and debate. In a twist that could rival any modern-day thriller, investigators discovered a local phone number written on the inner rear cover of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. This wasn't just any number, it belonged to a nurse named Justin, who lived in the area. When questioned, Justin seemed visibly shaken but claimed she had no idea who the Somerton man was. However, she did admit to giving a copy of the Rubaiyat to a man she had been involved with during the war. Could this be a mere coincidence, or was Justin more involved in the case than she let on? This phone number added another layer of complexity to an already baffling case, leaving investigators and the public with even more questions. The phone number's discovery led to more questions than answers. If Justin had no connection to the Somerton man, why was her phone number in a book connected to him? And if she did know him, why deny it? This part of the case remains one of its most perplexing aspects, and it's a question that we'll delve into more as we explore the various theories surrounding this enigmatic case. In one of the most perplexing aspects of the Tamam Shud case, a secret code was found in the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, the very book from which the Tamam Shud note was torn. The code consisted of a series of letters arranged in lines, separated by slashes. The code is as follows. Despite extensive efforts by cryptographers and codebreakers, the meaning behind these letters remains a mystery to this day. The code has been the subject of numerous investigations, both amateur and professional, but no one has yet been able to crack it. This has led to a variety of theories, ranging from it being a meaningless doodle to it being a sophisticated spy code. The inability to decipher the code adds another layer of complexity to an already baffling case. What's even more intriguing is that the code was found in a book that already had a mysterious role in this case. Could the code be a clue left intentionally? Or is it a red herring meant to throw investigators off track? These questions continue to baffle experts and add to the public's fascination with this enduring mystery. The Tamam Shud case has been a subject of public fascination for decades. The mystery surrounding the unidentified man, the cryptic Tamam Shud note, and the secret code has captured the imagination of people worldwide. The case gained significant attention due to the heightened international tensions at the time, as it occurred during the early years of the Cold War. The involvement of a secret code, the use of an undetectable poison, and the inability of authorities to identify the man have all contributed to the public's enduring interest in the case. Media outlets have frequently covered the story, and online communities of armchair detectives have dissected every available piece of information, adding more complexity to an already baffling case. While many theories have been proposed, none have been proven, leaving the public with more questions than answers. The case remains a topic of discussion in online forums, documentaries, and news articles, reflecting the public's undiminished curiosity and desire for closure. The police investigation into the Tamam Shud case has been a long and arduous journey, filled with dead ends and unanswered questions. Despite the initial discovery of the body on Summit and Park Beach and the subsequent findings of the Tamam Shud note, the Rubaiyat, and the mysterious code, the police were unable to crack the case. Various leads were followed, including the car found near the crime scene and the phone number in the book, but none led to a conclusive identification of the man or the circumstances surrounding his death. The lack of concrete evidence and the enigmatic nature of the clues left investigators puzzled. Over the years, the case has been revisited multiple times, employing modern forensic techniques, but to no avail. The identity of the man, the reason for his death, and the meaning behind the clues remain a mystery, making it one of Australia's most enduring unsolved cases. This lack of resolution has not only frustrated law enforcement but has also captivated the public's imagination, leading to various theories and speculations, which we'll delve into in the next section. The Tamam Shud case has been a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, each more intriguing than the last. Given the mysterious circumstances surrounding the unidentified man, the secret code, and the lack of concrete evidence, it's no wonder that people have been speculating wildly for years. One theory that has gained traction is that the Summiton man was a spy. This theory is fueled by the Cold War era in which the case occurred, the cryptic code found in the book, and the man's lack of identification. Could he have been involved in espionage activities that led to his untimely death? Another theory suggests that the case might be linked to organized crime. The absence of a clear motive, the professional nature of the poisoning, and the careful removal of all identification tags make this a plausible scenario. Online sleuths and armchair detectives have also delved deep into the case, adding layers of complexity. Some have even suggested that the man could have been involved in occult practices, given the mysterious nature of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam and the cryptic code. However, it's important to note that none of these theories have been proven. They often raise more questions than they answer. For instance, if the Summiton man was a spy, how did he manage to evade all the security measures? And if he was involved in organized crime, why has no one come forward to identify him? These unanswered questions continue to haunt investigators and those who are fascinated by this perplexing case. The theories add an extra layer of mystery, making the Tamam Shud case one of the most talked about unsolved cases in history. In recent years, the Tamam Shud case has seen a resurgence of interest, thanks in part to advancements in forensic science. DNA technology, in particular, has offered new avenues for potentially solving this decades-old mystery. While the initial investigations were limited by the technology of the time, modern forensics has opened up new possibilities for identifying the Summiton man and possibly cracking the code found in the Rubaiyat. In 2021, there were reports that DNA testing had been conducted to try and identify the Summiton man. These tests aim to match the DNA with potential relatives, offering a glimmer of hope that the man's identity could finally be revealed. However, as of now, these efforts have not led to a definitive identification, adding another layer of complexity to this already baffling case. The use of modern forensics has not only rekindled public interest but has also led to renewed efforts by law enforcement agencies to solve the case. Yet, despite these advancements, the mystery remains unsolved, leaving us to wonder if modern science will ever be able to untangle this intricate web. As we delve deeper into this case, it's crucial to remember that while technology has advanced, the answers we seek may still elude us, adding to the enigmatic nature of the Tamam Shud case. The Tamam Shud case has had a lasting impact on the legal system and the way cold cases are approached. For decades, this case has been a textbook example of the limitations of forensic science and investigative techniques of the time. It's a case that has been studied in criminology and forensic science courses, highlighting the challenges in solving crimes where the victim remains unidentified and the evidence is scarce or inconclusive. The case has also sparked discussions about the importance of DNA databases and modern forensic techniques in solving cold cases. It serves as a cautionary tale, urging law enforcement agencies to adopt advanced forensic methods and to revisit cold cases periodically. The case has also led to debates about privacy issues related to DNA databases and the ethical considerations of using advanced forensic techniques on unidentified bodies. Moreover, the Tamam Shud case has influenced legal discussions around the admissibility of circumstantial evidence in court, given that there was no direct evidence linking any suspects to the crime. The case has been cited in legal debates about the weight that should be given to circumstantial evidence and eyewitness testimonies. In summary, the Tamam Shud case serves as a complex and multifaceted lesson for the legal system. It underscores the need for continual advancements in forensic science and a reevaluation of legal procedures in the face of unsolved mysteries. The Tamam Shud case has left an indelible mark not just on the annals of criminal history but also on popular culture. It's a case that has been discussed in various forums, from academic papers to internet chat rooms. The mystery surrounding the unidentified man, the cryptic note, and the baffling circumstances have made it a subject of intrigue for crime enthusiasts, writers, and filmmakers alike. The case has been featured in numerous documentaries and has inspired episodes in crime drama series. It has also been the subject of many books and articles, each trying to unravel the layers of this complex case. Online communities like Reddit have threads dedicated to discussing theories and sharing updates on the case. The Tamam Shud case has become a sort of cultural phenomenon, a mystery that has captivated the imagination of people for decades. In Australia, where the case originated, it has become a part of the national folklore. The case is often cited in discussions about the limitations of forensic science and the challenges in solving cold cases. It serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that despite advancements in technology and forensic science, there are still mysteries that remain unsolved, capturing the public's imagination and fueling a never-ending quest for answers. The case has also had an impact on the arts. The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, the book from which the Tamam Shud note was torn, saw a resurgence in interest. Artists and writers have used the case as a backdrop for their works, adding a layer of mystery and intrigue to their narratives. In a case shrouded in mystery, the voices of families connected to potential victims or suspects are notably absent. Despite the recent advancements in DNA technology, no family has come forward to claim the Summit man as a relative. This has added another layer of complexity to the case. The lack of family testimonies makes it difficult to humanize the unidentified man and adds to the frustration of those trying to solve the case. It's not just the family of the unidentified man that remains silent. Families of potential suspects or those theorized to be connected to the case have also not come forward. This collective silence has led to a vacuum filled by speculation, conspiracy theories, and amateur sleuthing. In the absence of concrete family testimonies, the case remains a puzzle with missing pieces, leaving investigators and the public grasping at straws. It's a silence that speaks volumes, adding to the enigma that is the Tamam Shud case. The Tamam Shud case has been a subject of fascination for amateur detectives and online sleuths for years. The internet has played a significant role in keeping this case alive and in the public eye. Online forums, social media platforms, and dedicated websites have become hubs for sharing theories, clues, and even attempting to crack the mysterious code found in the Rubaiyat. The case has drawn international interest and has attracted a lot of online sleuthing. For instance, Reddit has multiple threads where users dissect every detail, from the scrap of paper to the unidentified man's dental records. There are also YouTube channels that have dedicated episodes to this case, analyzing it from various angles. The role of online communities in this case is twofold. First, they serve as a repository of information, gathering all known facts and theories in one place. Second, they act as a collaborative space where people can work together to try and solve some of the case's enduring mystery. While the police and official investigators have their limitations, the crowdsourced nature of online investigations offers a different kind of resourcefulness. However, it's important to note that while the internet has been instrumental in keeping interest in the case alive, it has also been a breeding ground for misinformation and wild theories that often divert attention from factual information. So, while the internet has been a useful tool, it's always crucial to approach online findings with a critical eye. Alright, folks, let's take a moment to digest all of this. The Tamam Shud case is one of those mysteries that just keeps on giving, or rather, keeps on confusing. I've got to say, the more you dig into it, the more you realize how many layers there are to this story. It's like peeling an onion, but every layer makes you cry a little more because of how baffling it is. First off, the sheer number of theories and speculations is staggering. From espionage to love affairs gone wrong, to even the supernatural, this case has it all. But what really gets me is the lack of concrete evidence. We have a dead man, a mysterious note, a book with a code, and yet, we're no closer to solving this case than we were over 70 years ago. The role of modern forensics and online sleuthing gives me some hope, though. With advances in DNA technology and the power of the internet, maybe, just maybe, we'll get some answers. But until then, this case remains a perplexing puzzle, a cautionary tale of how even with all our advancements, some things remain stubbornly, maddeningly elusive. So, what do you think happened? Do you have your own theories? Drop them in the comments below, and let's keep this discussion going. This case may be cold, but our quest for the truth certainly isn't. In the end, the Tamam Shud case remains one of Australia's most perplexing unsolved mysteries. Despite advances in forensic science and the tireless work of investigators and online sleuths, The identity of the Summit man and the circumstances surrounding his death are still shrouded in mystery. The case has captivated the public's imagination for over 7 decades, spawning numerous conspiracy theories and becoming a staple in discussions about unsolved crimes. It's a haunting tale that challenges our understanding of identity, love, and the very nature of life and death. If you're as intrigued by this case as I am, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Let's keep this discussion going, and maybe, just maybe, someone out there has the missing piece to finally solve this enduring enigma. Make sure to subscribe for more in-depth looks into other fascinating true crime stories.